Hey folks, Kilt-Man here. Hey, how are you all? Listen, right. I'm just in the mood for something rip-roaring, exciting and exhilarating. Musically speaking, of course. And although the film itself is trash, let's be honest, it is. It's got a great cast, it's got a great concept, it's got everything that a Kilt-Man loves. Monsters, heroes, daring do, violence, bombastic score, great effects. But sadly, it's directed by Sommers and it's called Van Helsing. The great Hugh Jackman plays Van Helsing, Vatican troubleshooter. He was found on the steps of the Vatican, just a babe wrapped in swaddling, and we took you in, and you became the man you are today. The man who fights the evil around the world. You fight, Mr. Hyde. You fight the vampires. You fight the Frankenstein monster. You fight the werewolf. Yeah, he does all that in the most overblown, completely, in the end, senses, overwhelmed, boring cackfest of relentless CGI and really crap storytelling. It is a woeful film. And that comes from a guy that absolutely adores all the original Universal monster mashes, where Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, the House of Dracula, where they're all in there, House of Frankenstein, where they're all in there as well. I love these things. The Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein. I adore this sort of thing. So when, Stephen Sommers, who'd done The Mummy, which I loved, Mummy Returns, which I liked, but could kind of realise, this guy is really beginning to overindulge and he's making his films longer and more CG laden. And then he got his hands onto 2004's Van Helsing. Well, I still couldn't wait for it. And although there's loads of elements in it which I really do like, the opening fight with Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I missed you in London. Oh no, you bloody didn't. There's a bullet hole through his bicep. And you see him, his arse crack, and he has to pull his pants up. I quite liked that bit. And then you meet Dracula, Richard Roxburgh playing Dracula. Fuck, what the hell? As some kind of bizarre gothic new romantic. You can see where they got that aesthetic from. But he looks like someone out of a really bad 80s fucking pop video. And it just becomes a relentless slog. Visual information bombards you all the time. And the story itself, it can't hold water. It's crap. And Hugh Jackman clearly is just, look, please just pay me. I've got to say these lines, wear this stupid hat and this stupid long coat. Plus, I've got all these really bizarre contraptions. I've got an automatic crossbow which fires magazines. Remember we talked about Hawk the Slayer a while ago, and you had that guy with the crossbow, and it was just the same shot. Well, at least in this, it's some kind of steam-powered, automatic-looking, crossbow thing, like a Gatling gun. If he's got a magazine, a circular magazine, that just, spits in crossbow bolts. Well, they're not even crossbow bolts; they're stakes, so you can stake vampires all over the show. So great ideas. So he has like a Q style, James Bond style Q character who can create these things for him, these gizmos, these weapons. Anyway, who gives a fuck? One of the best things about this film, which is still the greatest element, is Alan Silvestri's powerhouse score, rollicking score. Silvestri, Back to the Future, Predator, Predator 2. So many movies. So many I can't think of any more. Avengers, Avengers Infinity War. Silvestri is an absolute god of action scoring and fantasy scoring. And when he got this gig, he went all out. And he delivered an exemplary score, which you're hearing elements of it right now. But by far, the pièce de résistance is a track called, and some of you score fans out there will already know where I'm coming to, Transylvanian Horses, because they're the fastest, you know. And there's a great big chase sequence with these Transylvanian horses. And the werewolf is chasing after them through the woods. And at some point, Van Helsing is going to have to leap this chasm. They're chasing after Frankenstein's monster, I think. Do you know what? I can barely remember the sequence because I haven't seen the film for many years. I've got it on Blue, and I'm not going to not get these films, but I don't have to watch them again. They deserve a place on my shelf, but I don't have to watch them again. So I can't quite remember what the sequence really is about. I'm sure Van Helsing, with a coach led by Transylvanian Horses, is chasing Frankenstein's monster, who is being taken off to Castle Dracula because Dracula's got his own nefarious plans for, you know, the monster. And then he's being pursued by the Wolfman, the werewolf. So anyway, it's a really energetic chase sequence, and there's a chasm, a deep gorge, where Van Helsing will propel his carriage and his Transylvanian horses right the way across. You know, I remember that bit. But this is the track, and fuck me, it's classic. I'm going to turn it up. Transylvanian Horses by Alan Silvestri for the film Van Helsing. Spanish guitars. There's a choir in the background. It's a bit of synth, syncopation. Kind of, you know, Spanish, European flavour to it. A little bit exotic. Pensive moments. Earlier on, when he gets his mission to go to Transylvania, and he rides across, you know, these mountains in this big montage shot, you get an introduction to that theme, that rollicking, you know, equestrian, pounding, relentless charge theme. But you got, let it build up again. Trust me, folks, trust me. This is well worth it. Edgy, suspense building, tense, quivering strings. Heroic theme. Heroic husky, lurking in the background. That's the werewolf pursuing me. Hey ho. Deep gorge. You're gonna make it? great, isn't it? It's great. Actually, I think the first bit, the introduction, is a track called Journey to Transylvania. A really crap film. It's such a great score. Not just the choir, the way the choir builds up. It just felt like a bit of a blast. That's the dog shaking their head. Just felt like a bit of a blast. And some chaotic, crazy, symphonic bombast. So folks, there's a little teaser, a taster of the delights of the Van Helsing score by Alan Silvestri. Poor film, tremendous score. Recommend it, folks. Anyway, that's it for now. Gonna see you all later for steak and chips.